Here we go. Okay, well, it's good to see everybody this morning. I want you to stand nice and tall. Think of pulling the shoulders back and down. Just do a couple of shoulder rolls just to get going a bit. Let somebody else in. Ruth, yay. All right, so nice shoulder rolls backwards. What this is doing is beginning to get you to think more about your posture as well as loosening up your shoulders. And just think about pulling back, opening the chest. When you open the chest, the lungs can work better, the heart can beat stronger. So just some big rolls back just to get you open and ready to go. Now add some bigger arms. Just roll big and around. So what's happening in your lower body? You've softened your knees. You're thinking of rooting yourself into the earth, so spreading your toes out. Good. Now I want you to do something a little bit different. Round, bring the backs of your hands together, and as you uncurl, turn your fingertips upward as if you were scooping energy up and then opening it out and around. So round a little bit forward, back of the hands, scoop up as if you were pulling up out of the water and turn it open. All right, let's try it again. Just curl. So this begins to warm up the back a bit. Gets that energy flow going up through the body and out around. Good. Couple more. This time, take a big deep breath in and let it go. Cleanse it. Breathe that air, bring that energy inward. One more time. Good. I just want you to swing side to side a little bit. Now this time we're not going to worry so much about positioning. I just want you to feel movement. Loosen up. If you feel like you need to twist a bit, if you want to pick a foot up and curl it behind you, that'll begin to stretch out the front of your thighs a bit. And we're just kind of doing some little bit gentle limbering warm-ups. Let's bring the knee up. You can tap it. I just want you to kind of get everything awake and moving. First thing on this, still a bit chilly for May morning. That's okay. We'll be complaining of the heat in about another month or so, right? Now, bring your foot to your back side as if you were kicking yourself, and that stretches the front and warms up the back of your thighs. Now, how about just a little easy step touch side to side? Good. Now let's add arm reaching up. So as you step left, reach right. As you step right, reach left. And you can go as fast or slow as you're comfortable going. Good. Big stretch, big reach. Good. Now, come back with your feet sort of planted and just reach up with one arm and the other. So it's as if you were trying to put something in a cabinet or climbing a ladder without your feet. So my lower body's stable and still, upper body's reaching up. Good. Now let's change a little bit. Take your right arm and just turn to the side, left, turn to the side. So we're not making a tight fist, just a closed hand. Get a little rotation going just in the torso and the waist. Warming up the waist. Good. Now come back to the center. Let's just shift up a bit, side to side. Reach one arm up. So now we're going to reach that right arm. So let's go right only for a second. We're going to reach right, bring it back, cross it over, and center. Reach, hold down, cross over, and center. Reach, down, over, and center. So you have to kind of pivot on the ball of your right foot as you turn. Reach, pull back, cross, and center. Good. One more time. Now let's go the other side. So just reach up and down for a few times before we do the crossover. Good. Now let's add the crossover. So just turn, center, up, center. Turn, center, up, center. Couple more. Turn, center, and up. Good job. So just warming up our waist, our shoulders, pretty much getting the core energy established. Get everything warmed up. Blood flowing head to toe. Good. Come back to the center. Breath up. Sink that energy as you soften and bend the knees. Breath up and sink. Breath up. One more. Now turn those palms up. Push out and away. One more. Push out. Now let's shake everything out. And let's go ahead and do our Tai Chi tap, which will end our warming up and getting everything away. So just up and down. Good. With the tops. Go to your chest and just tapping that chest. Getting that blood flow. Waking up that youth gland. Go down to the other arm. Don't forget to turn it up and get the palm. There's a lot of nerve endings in your palm, of course. But back to the chest and down to the abdomen, waking up those internal organs and those abdominal muscles. Good. Go ahead and go back to your back just a little bit and your kidneys. Good. And now let's go down into the inner thigh. So just chop with the side of your hands down the inner thigh. And then chop with the sides up the outer. And cross over the hip bone down. And out. Let's go 3 times. Good. Now slap the top. Don't forget the tops of your feet, your toes. Back the legs. Cross the back side. And again, 3 times. Lower back. Go ahead and work your way up to the back of your neck and fingertips on your scalp. It always feels so good. Stimulating blood flow to your scalp, to your hair follicles, to the brain. Tapping the forehead and over the brow, and underneath the eyes, sinus passages. Something I have to do about every evening. Keep the sinuses loosened up. Go to your temples and down under your nose, upper lip, under the lower lip, the chin, jaw, ears. Shake it out. Breath up. And down. Now let's just shift and pull the energy, left arm on top. Pull the energy in, turn the palms away, and let's bring the right arm on top. So this is our Qigong move, separating heaven and earth. Just pulling the energy in, which is us, separating that energy all around us. Pull it in. And one thing to remember with this is keep those elbows down, because you're not like holding it with your elbows like this, but it should be a very relaxed, very easy movement if you had to sustain it. And it'd be harder to do if your elbow was on top and held up. So this time, hold that left arm where it is, shift the weight to the left leg, turn the right toe out, and just push that energy out. Pull it in and back, and let's do our waves. Pull in, push away. So just shifting the weight into your left leg and then into the right. Just a nice, wonderful flow. Once again, to open the chest. Now, if you inhale when the chest is open, exhale using that energy. It just feels so, so good to breathe fully and freely with a nice open posture. Breath up and out. Let's do one more. Now, while you're here forward, bring your right arm in and hold your ball of energy. Close the right, shift the weight right, and open the left, and then push it away and pull back into your wave to the left. Good. Breathing in and away. Breath, exhale. Looks good. Hopefully you're feeling good, getting everything awake. Good. Couple more. Last one. Now come back to the center. Left arm is on top this time. Separate heaven and earth. Pull in. Good. Now we have our left arm on top. Shift left again. And let's just do our easy little parting wild horse's mane or ward off. But we're just going to come back and repeat it to the right side. So what I want you to do is when we come back in, turn your body left, bring that left arm on top. And as you turn right, shift the weight and press it out. So when I'm back to the left, I'm kind of pivoting my heel in. You don't have to, but it's easier on my knee. And should be yours too. And then out. So just pivot and push, keeping your shoulders over your hips. But this once again warms up that core and helps your energy. Breath in, then exhale. Because this is an open movement, this is closed. Breath. Looks good. Exhale. One more. Good. Now, right arm's going to come in and come on top as you close right, shift, and now let's do the same thing left. So we're doing our ward off or our parting horse's mane. And then you're just going to bring it in and repeat. So just turn your body. And so it makes it a nice little rotation. Very good. And the more you rotate your body, the more benefit you get from doing the movement. Good. Shifting that weight. Let's do two more. Last one. Good. Bringing back to the center. Separate. This time, lift the arms up and release down. Lift up and release down. So let's go into our easy little beating the drum. So once again, you see I've been doing a lot of rotation. I want you to really give the core a good workout today to strengthen your back, your abs, your obliques, your internal and external obliques, which are the muscles that help you twist and turn. And those are the ones that lots of times when you do twist too quickly or do something too quickly, they're the ones that might spasm up. So what I want you to do is just work on beating the drum. Let your head turn in the direction and let your arms just bang around your side. Very loose, no tension in your arms. The rotation is coming in the waist. And right now, my body, lower body is stationary. So that's where I want you to start out with the lower body stationary. Be aware of your abs. Always think of just supporting your belly button on your spine. You don't have to pull it in tight, but just keep it engaged rather than loose and just hanging out there so the back has to do the work. Now let's pivot. So let's turn and pivot the leg that is the opposite direction that we're going. So now our base is moving a bit and the rotation is a lot bigger. Still arms are loose. You're not going to bruise yourself. You're just letting them kind of bang against your side, stimulating more blood flow, similar to the Tai Chi tap. Let's do it 2 more times. Last one. Now come back to center and just kind of let the arms stop as they will. Good. And shake them out. All right. Bring those feet together. Let's do a little easy march. Not have to be a very big march, but just kind of get the cardio up a little bit. Be aware what your arms are doing as you're marching. So when you lift the right leg, is your left hand just naturally coming forward, and the opposite hand, you need to remember as you do walk to keep that opposition movement. That helps you balance and it your stability when you are walking. It also gives you that cross transfer that you need to help you keep from falling. And just a nice little easy march. Easy right now. Good. Now, can you lift the knees a little bit higher? If you have to slow down, that's okay. And I see some of you have your elbows bent. That is perfectly fine too. That makes it a little stronger march. So you're just lifting your knees up now, more like a march. And again, arms can be just hanging out, or you can pull those elbows in and make it a bit stronger. That is perfectly fine. So we're going to do it 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Then we're going to slow it down a bit. So knee, knee. So it's a bigger, higher knee, a little bit slower. That way you can lift it higher. Try to keep that chest open and the torso upright. And then take the opposite hand to your knee and just kind of tap it gently. Good. You probably now are feeling that in the hip flexors because you've been doing a lot of marching knees up. These hip flexors are doing some extra work. So let's do this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring it down to your little easy shift march. Hands on your hips. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. We've worked those hip flexors. Now we're going to stretch them out by tapping the leg behind us. So tap, together, tap. So by pushing back, we're opening those hip flexors. I'm putting a little bit of weight into that back leg, but not a lot. It's as if you're trying to, let's say, smash a bug that's behind you. So really push it back, push it back. This also begins to work your glute muscles, so they get a little bit stronger. Good, push back and back. Good, that's a little different than stepping back, which we're going to do in a minute. So last 4, 3, 2, I'm just doing this to open those hip flexors up. Now let's put some weight back. Step back, together, step back, together. Now you can step and keep weight on the front foot and keep that heel down, or you can step back and just lift that leg up. But I just want you to get the movement of stepping back, sort of like losing balance backwards and knowing to put that foot back there to catch you. This is one of those functional movements in life that you don't practice. If you might find yourself losing your balance and your body is not used to putting a foot back there to catch you, then you might fall. So this is kind of a way of, oh, I'm going backwards. I know automatically my brain knows to put my foot back to catch me. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Come to the front. Let's step side. Of course, you didn't turn, I did. Together, step side together. So all I'm doing is putting that foot out, bringing it in, shifting the weight and in. Toe and knee is forward. Good. And I'm standing upright, just bending the knee a bit. All right. 4, 3, 2. Another one of practicing putting the foot out to keep you from falling. Now let's do it into a squat. Open out, hinge from the hip. So it looks like this, hinge, come up and together. Step left, hinge, up, together. Now on this one, just as if we were sitting in our chair, together, left, hinge and bend. Now by hinge and bend means keep the knee over your ankle, push your backside out, pull the hips forward, come together. It's really important to bend, and then when you come up, push the hips slightly forward to stretch those hip flexors out. Bend, in, together. Left, out, up, together. And I'm just keeping the hands on the hips because I'm not using them right now. I want us just to focus on the quads and the glutes. Now here you can really think of pulling your glutes and squeezing them together to lift you up. Down, together, left, good job. Okay, one more, right, together and left, up, together. Very good. Shake out your legs a bit. Take a breath up. Sink down, then scoop up and out. Just kind of do that to kind of bring your energy back in a bit. Turn your toes slightly to the corners of your room. It's a little shift again, still being aware of shoulders over hips. So we're going to do that movement where we reach something off the floor and then take it up to a high shelf. And they'll do 8 left and we'll do 8 right, or 8 right and left, whatever you're comfortable doing. All right, so we're going to bend down as if you were reaching and lifting. 2 and up. 3 and up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And just shift a minute. Now let's go the other side. So bend down, reach up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Breath up. This time as we bring that energy down, go ahead and roll forward, let your body hang. So at this point, knees are soft. Really feel a good stretch in your back. Kind of dangle the arms. You can do like a elephant trunk or a monkey arms. Just let them hang loose and free. Eyes open, breath. Exhale, pull the belly button in as you uncurl. Come all the way up. Then exhale, sink the energy, and then roll it forward again. So you determine how far you want to go. If you need your hands for support, go ahead and put them on your thighs. But if you can dangle, that really lets the gravity stretch out your spine, your neck. Should absolutely feel wonderful. Eyes open. If you're having any kind of dizziness or equilibrium, keep your eyes open. Breath up. Once again, soften and curl down to wherever you feel comfortable. Now curl about halfway up. Place your hands on your thighs. Round your back a little bit. And then push the weight in your heels, flatten your back, and take the top of the head toward one wall, your tailbone to the other. And now you should feel the stretch going into the glutes and the back of your legs. The back is flat, Belly button's pulled in to support your back, chest open. Good, good stretch. Now breath, round again. Good, and then flatten and push out. So this is wonderful, wonderful exercise for muscle tone, flexibility, and range of motion. Breath, exhale, curl in. And then flatten once again. Good. This time as you curl in, go ahead and curl all the way up. Breath up. And sink. If you have your band or weights, go ahead and get it now. And we're going to put it behind our backs, right around either where your bra comes around or the lower end of your shoulder blades. Thumbs are forward, ends of your band are forward. Or if you have weights, you just got them forward too. All right. Very good. Knees soft, stand nice and grounded. I've got my palms up, but your palms can be parallel to one another. Push forward and then open and stretch. Pull in and release. So when you release, you still want to release and have tension in your band. So lower body is still and firm. Breath. Exhale, push and open. In, together. Push. Out. Forward. Release. Good. Push. And out. Forward. Release. So this one I like because you're getting both the chest and the back in this movement. Push as well as the arms and shoulders. And be sure when you open that you let the arms pull back and squeeze and let that chest stretch without arching your back. Push and open, in and release. Couple more and open, in, release. Now this time we're going to open. Stay here, get your body good and firmly planted. Push back, just kind of open and squeeze back. 8, 7, 6. So from the side, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do another 8. You can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms forward, palms down. Let's crisscrosses, little crisscrosses. In, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Another set of 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open back. Now pull the elbows in beside of you. You might want to choke up on your band a little bit. So right now my hands are toward the corners of the room. Elbows are close in, body nice and planted and stable. We're going to push out as if you were opening elevator doors and closing those doors. Push out. 8 and in. 7, 6, 5, not too fast. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do another set of 8. These are good muscles we need to strengthen. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bring it in. Now, I would like for you to put the band under your feet, and we're going to go ahead and put them under both feet. Start with your thumbs and the ends up. Start with your feet together as you put the band under it. Then pull a little tension and then open the feet a bit. So that gives more tension between your legs and gives you a little bit more band length. All right, bicep curls, right and left. So depending on how long your band is, that makes it a little bit tighter. But that's okay. Try to remember, keep your wrist straight. Don't cock or bend your wrist because that puts a lot of undue stress in your wrist. Pull in. Now, if you prefer to do it with under just one leg, so you'll have more band, that's perfectly fine. Good. I'm just saving time by doing both at the same time. So we got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your arms. Make sure they got a good stretch. Now lean over, release that tension. Turn your thumbs down and your little fingers up. So now as you come up, your little fingers up. So I'm going to turn sideways. Okay, with your little fingers up. Go ahead and hinge slightly from your waist, not all the way over, but just a little bit. Abs pulled in, knees still over your ankles. And we're going to extend the arms back one at a time. So we're going to go back right and left and back. So this is getting our triceps. The reason you lean a little bit is it just helps use gravity as assisting to make it a little bit more challenging. And press. Plus, you have to use your abs. You have to engage them for stability. Push. And back. And back. All right, we're going to do 8 more. 7, a little more tricep work than bicep today. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to take that right arm, hold it back, and let's pulsate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Right again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release it slowly from under your feet, and to get those arms a little bit ready for short sleeve season. Go ahead and put your band on the chair and bring the chair close. All right, so I'm going to keep my chair with the back and the front so that I have one hand on the back and one hand on the front right now. You can go both on the back or both down on the front. This is just kind of, I like the one that of my supporting leg being here and then my other hand being here for what we're going to do today, okay? So I have a chair on the right. So lean forward, you can just rest one hand here, or like I said, you can put both on your chair, either a fist or the hand resting on your chair, one on the back. It's totally up to you. All right, first step back and round your back, stretch it out a bit. Just breathe and make sure it's been stretched out. And walk toward your chair. Standing on your right foot, I want you to lift your left knee. Now, right now, I've got it a little bit forward of my supporting knee. And extend back, and now pull it in. Push back, pull in. So like a donkey kick back, but your goal is not to go any higher than parallel to the floor, okay? Pull in and back, toe and knees straight and forward, hips are parallel to the floor. 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Now pull in. I want you to open the knee to the side and pull it down. Open the knee and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that down. Go ahead and uncurl for a second. Stand tall. Very good. Now roll forward, go back into that position again. This time extend your right leg. So that's the opposite one you were standing on. And you may even want to rest your forearm on the back of the chair. I'm going to do that. Or you can have your hand either way. And I want you to extend the same arm as the leg you're standing on while keeping that other hip down and your hand on the chair. The goal is to try to be parallel. Okay, now let's try this. Let's pull that left elbow into your right knee and then extend it out. Pull it in, extend it out. Pull in, out, in, out. 2 more times. Out. Last one. Bring the hand down first, then the foot, round your back and uncurl. All right, now I'm going to switch my chair to the other side. So now we do the whole thing on the other leg. So I've got my hand down and one on the back of the chair. Or forearm, kind of depends on your chair. All right, so I'm going to pull my right knee in and extend it out. Pull in. Is that the right? Am I doing the right leg? Yeah. In, push out, in and out. It's a nice donkey kind of kick into an extension. I have my foot flexed. You don't have to, but you get a little more power with the flexed foot. In, push out. That's 4, 3, 2, hold. Very good. Bring it in, round and stretch. Very good. And release. All right. So now we're going to stand on that leg, pull the other knee in, and extend that leg behind you, the opposite one, and extend your right arm. And just balance. Now take a breath. Let's pull the knee in, extend out. Pull in and out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Release down, curl, and curl all the way up. Breath out. And sink that energy. Very, very good. Okay, we'll set the chair aside for a second. We slow our music down. Let's do a couple of standing yoga poses before we sit down. Get some water if you need to. All right. Hopefully you felt good and got some thighs working and some hips and got all your core ready to go for the day. Everything awake. Now shift the weight left, turn the toes out to the side. Any point in these yoga poses you want to use the chair, it's there. It'll help give you some balance. You're welcome to do that. Let's bend, lift up into a warrior one. Remembering in warrior one, retract those shoulder blades, elbows down. Open that chest. Just focus your mind and body on the breath in and the breath out. And turn your body forward. We're gonna skip a few poses. Going down into a side bend, resting your elbow on your thigh. Or if you want to go triangle, you straighten the knee and slide your hand lower and reach that energy up. Now release, bend the knee, bring your left arm down. We're going to twist with our side bender triangle. Reach the arm behind you and twist to the back wall. And release, soften the knee, turn your body completely to the right, toes and knees straight ahead. I just want you to come up. And let's take that left knee, bend it, drive your hip into the floor, the left hip, and feel that opening as you just kind of rock forward and just open your left hip. And release. Come to the center, bring your feet together, breathe. Arms out, get into your bow position. And arms up for warrior one left. Now release forward for our side bend or your triangle. So reach down up or straighten into a full triangle. And release down to your side bend, and let's twist. And release. And come up, turn your toes and knees both toward the wall, body over your hips, then lift the heel, bend the knee and push that hip forward. Nice little hip flexor and quad pull. Very good. Release. Come center, breath up. Now, before we do sit down, let's get the back of the chair. And let's go ahead and do our quadricep stretches. Hand to your pant leg, your ankle, or use your band to go around your ankle, or use the chair, put your knee on it and press that hip forward to stretch. So either way, it's very similar to that stretch we just did, but it's a little bit more intense and longer with stretching the heel to your hip. Now release and do the other side. One side may be easier to do than the other. You may have to do a different kind of support, and that's perfectly fine. Good job. And now release. Bring your chair in. And let's sit down. Again, being aware of how you're setting, look to be sure the chair's there. Hinge from your hips. And then let your body lower with strength in your heels and a very slow movement. Okay, walk yourself forward to the middle of your chair so that your legs, the backs of your legs are pretty much clearing the chair, okay? Chest open, hands just resting on your thighs. So I've got both sit bones, equal amount of weight in the chair. So your goal is to try to keep it like that as much as possible as we do our rib isolation, to just glide around the tailbone. So what you're going to do is shift your ribs right, chest open and forward, shift the ribs left, and then pull your belly button in as you come back and round the back and repeat. So it's as if your head is making a circle around your tailbone using your ribs. Wonderful core stretch, core tone. Good for the hip mobility, the waist, the back, the abs, and your shoulders and chest. So I really love this wonderful, wonderful range of motion movement. Something that's kind of fun to do every day. You just feel everything being used. And then if you add actively engaging your abs and waist as you do it, it even gets to be a deeper workout. You can feel it go deep into those internal abdominal muscles. There's some that we don't think of because it really are the ones that support our organs. So we want to really think of working deep in the core. One more time, this direction. All right, now let's go left and then reverse it. So chest forward. And you will find as you're moving, you are shifting the weight side to side in the hips, even though you might be trying to keep the sit bones level. Just feel that wonderful rotation. Really good for your back. Good. Couple more. Last one. Very good. Bring your feet a little closer together. Go a little further back in your chair, not all the way to the back, but you've got some of the chair on your lower back. I mean, on your lower, your thighs. Reach the left arm up. Reach up. Now, we're going to lean to the right. We're not going to sink down into our waist. Place your right hand on the chair. Reach up to the corner of that room while keeping your left hip down in the chair. And just feel that wonderful extension. Just lift up, up as you lean. Everything should be stretching on this side. And you don't want to feel like you're collapsing here. So almost if you had a ball that you were holding to round over. Good. Now bring that arm out. Take it forward. Bring it over your right shoulder and then turn and look behind you. So you still have ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips as you rotate and look behind you. And now release center and bring that hand down to your chair, right arm up, energy lifted, over to the corner of the wall and the ceiling. Kind of driving that right hip down as the right arm goes up. Feel that wonderful extension. And now take that arm out and bring it forward. Wrap it across that left shoulder and turn and look behind you. And release to the center. Go ahead and slide on back in your chair, rest your back. Extend your right leg and just circle the ankle in one direction and the other. Very good. Take your right leg and you've got a couple of options. You can just cross it here over your left. If you can cross it up here and hold on to it, you can turn it out, but right now I just want you to bring it up and just pull it towards you, set up tall. I want you to feel that little bit deeper stretch in your right hip. And if you lengthen your spine, set up really tall, you should feel that. It's just a wonderful way to open up the outside of your hip. Breathe. And now release. And let's do the left leg, circle the ankle. And reverse. Don't forget to wiggle your toes a bit. Now bring that leg, and if you can just rest your ankle on the other one and sort of hug it, bring it in, kind of push your hands to on the outer thigh, bring it towards you, lift up. And feel that nice, wonderful pull on the outside of your thigh. Just breathe. Very good. And release. Breath up. Sink the energy into your lap and then turn those palms, push up and out. Interlock the fingers behind you, behind the chair if you can, opening the chest. You've got your back well supported. Feel that wonderful opening across the shoulders and the chest. And release, bring the hands behind your head. So you have your elbows open, give your fingertips. You're not pulling or holding the head. You're opening and just resting. Just gently, gently touch the back of your head. Now, with this being said, take your chin and push it back so that now your head is pushing against your fingertips. And hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And release your arms. So remember the one we do where we push the chin in to try to strengthen the back of the muscles? This is just another variation of it, which gives you an additional stretch in your chest. as well as gives you a visual of pressing your chin back against the fingertips. So push the chin back, push against your hands, not your hands against your head, but your head against your hands, and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the head and release the arms. Couple of shoulder rolls back and around. Let's do 4 back and 4 forward. If you're like me, but hear all that crunching going on. Now right ear just tilts to the right shoulder. Press that left hand down. Wonderful lengthening here. Rest your left hand in your lap. Tilt left. Push that right arm down. And release. Breath. Palms together. Lift your chest a bit. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Close your eyes. Feel the heaviness of your body. Let your legs relax. Let your feet sink into the earth. Let your backside and your hips just press deep in your chair as gravity pulls you and presses you down into the earth. But at the same time, think of your head, the top of your head, the energy going to the heavens, out the crown of your head, the openness, the vulnerability, the eagerness and willingness to explore and allow ourselves to be vulnerable to others as we go through our day, loving, giving, and receiving. A lot of the energy you create and spread to others comes back to you. Be willing to receive it graciously, which feeds your body, mind, and soul. Big breath. Exhale, release, cleanse. Let out the disease, the anxiety, the tension. Bring in peace, new life, new energy, positive energy, positive attitude toward everything that we approach today. It's hard sometimes to bring that good positive energy in, so we have to focus on it on purpose, purposefully focusing on goodness and peace. Heavenly Father, thank you. Thank you for another day, another chance to move our bodies, to improve our health, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We thank you for one another. We thank you for the beauty of the earth and all the blessings you give us each day. We pray for your blessing and your guidance to those that don't see that in you or in the world around them. May they get inspired to feel and know and be your servant as well. Help us do our job to do your will on earth each and every day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Oh.